carrying on traditions. Home deliveries of seltzer water packaged carefully in these old-fashioned bottles and dropped right to your door by the team behind the last remaining seltzer shop in New York City. The vintage equipment, recipes, and bottles all tell a story. And now the working factory and museum is making sure those pages stay filled for years to come. A quirky and unique experience dedicated to all things seltzer water. If you've never thought about the history behind the beverage before, don't worry, you're not alone. But the Brooklyn Seltzer Museum is trying to change that, one carbonated drink at a time. What is the history of Brooklyn Seltzer, boys? Because there's a lot of background here.
Right, so our family got into the business in 1953. My great-grandfather opened up Gomberg Seltzer Works. We now got into the delivery business in 2012 when I graduated, and we've been delivering ever since.
These bottles are amazing. How is each one a little unique?
You get a case of 10 bottles delivered to your door. They each have a different logo from an old seltzerman. So we reuse these bottles over and over and over. And many of these bottles were hand-blown in Czechoslovakia in the early 1900s.
Wow, a lot of pressure not to drop these bottles, right?
A lot of pressure not to drop these bottles.
What makes you so passionate about what you do?
Without us, the presence is not here, especially in New York. And these bottles is such a traditional New York thing to have home delivery service like that. Without us, it's gone. There
seems to be a lot of other people, too, that appreciate the history behind this. Now there's a museum here. What has that partnership been like?
Well, the whole reason we created the Brooklyn Seltzer Museum is to show people that we're still here. It's a museum in a working factory. So you get the history and, you know, everything that we do in one.
This machine behind us, this is looking pretty old. What is this bottling process like?
It is old. So this is a Barnett and Foster siphon filling machine. There's 6 bays that go around this little carousel, and each bottle is put in one at a time by hand. So this is a finished bottle that just went around the machine, and we take it out, and it's ready to go.
Wow, look at that. That is not your everyday seltzer.
And it goes pretty far.
Hi, Barry. So we're here
Rachel.
at the Brooklyn Seltzer Museum. Tell me about this place. It's amazing.
Before we start, can I take out just a little seltzer?
Yeah, of course. Oh, look at it. That is a little seltzer. You weren't kidding.
I wrote my book, Seltzertopia. I've spoken to thousands of people around all of North America, and I always do that in the beginning, and I put this right on the podium. It is my good luck charm.
Well, the good luck charm is obviously working because this place seems to be a big success since you started 2 years ago. What do you think has accounted for people wanting to come in here?
People want to create memories. They want to have an experience with their loved ones, with their friends, and they also want to understand New York in a new way. This is a deep Brooklyn experience. When you come here, you are in a business that's been run by the same family for 4 generations for 70 years. Seltzer is a quintessential New York beverage, a New York product, and specifically a Brooklyn one as well.
What is that partnership like with the Brooklyn Seltzer boys? Because this is a working factory. There's a lot going on here.
So when you come into the space and you're visiting it as a museum, the factory is shut down. It's all here, but it's here for you. And as soon as you leave, all the museum pieces go away and the factory's running again.
What are some of the activities that we can find here?
So when visitors come to the museum, they can do a scavenger hunt. There's physical objects you can manipulate, seltzer siphons you can pick up and spray. So it's a very physical museum. It's very interactive. And when it ends, we make you an egg cream.
The best part, right? Tell me about these egg creams because I've never had one before.
So if you've never had an egg cream, the surprise is there's no eggs and there's no cream.
Okay, that's a little misleading.
Right? An egg cream is milk, chocolate syrup, usually you bet, with seltzer spritz into it to mix it all together from a siphon, ideally. And then you have 3 minutes to drink it before it goes flat.
3 minutes.
And it's a delight.
To me, the best part of this museum is not what you see when you walk around. It's you and Alex and the passion you have for this. Where does that come from?
There's something about the effervescent nature of seltzer that just gets into people. They get so excited about it, whether it's remembering stories when they were a kid, having seltzer delivered to their house. There's all these different ways that it touches people, and part of what's fascinating and excites us is learning about all those things when visitors come into the museum and we hear their stories.
For more unique places to visit in the tri-state area, head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.